presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today.
You blink and it's basketball season. Hello everyone and welcome to the Panther Gym in Norfolk, Nebraska, the site of tonight's Nebraska Public Power District matchup on News Channel Nebraska. NPPD always there when you need them. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay, getting set for a season opening matchup between old GNAC conference rivals, the Norfolk Panthers and the Bearcats of Scottsbluff. Lou, it's been a while since Scottsbluff's been to Norfolk for a game, and this girls' game features teams with a lot of new faces on them, but I think a lot of positive vibes coming into the new season as well.
Yeah, well, at least Scottsbluff didn't have to travel far. That's all I'm saying. It's a short trip, I guess. But yeah, you're right. Both these teams, there's a lot of unknowns, but this is kind of the proving ground right now, this early part of the season. Who steps up, who makes plays, who gets into that starting lineup maybe you didn't expect, and who is the go-to player? We'll find that out.
Well, we'll talk about the players that might just be the go-to players tonight. Next, you're watching the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte. Need relief from
Welcome back to the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska, getting set for Class A versus B basketball tonight as Norfolk plays host to Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff Bearcats made kind of an improbable run last year, won their last 4 games, made it to state, ran into Elkhorn North in the first round, so hey, you can't win them all, right? But off of that year, a lot of positive vibes around this program. They've got a lot of players to replace, but one of the players they don't have to replace is a really good guard in Ava Reed.
Yeah, Ava Reed's an excellent player, about 11.5 points a game last year, and at the guard spot at 5'10", she can rebound, have about 4.5 rebounds a game. Only a junior, so just reaching that potential right now. She's a player to watch. I think if Scottsbluff's going to come on the road here on this long road trip and get a win, Ava Reed will have to play well.
Meanwhile, Norfolk was sub-500 last year for Coach Ben Reese, but they played pretty good basketball the last month of last season. And one of the players that really keyed that, and I think could be primed to have a really big year as a senior, is Skylar Indra.
Yeah, Skylar Indra is an interesting player because as a senior, first of all, senior leadership is going to be big with this team as they try to figure things out. But Skylar Indra is a player that last year, he averaged almost 10 points a game, but the last month of the season, about 15.5 points a game. Historically, the last few years, Norfolk Lady Panthers have had times where they've had scoring droughts. And you want that player like Indra to step up big. She's going to be a scorer for this team and hopefully tonight for the Norfolk Lady Panthers.
Well, it's the opening game of the season. Excited to see how things shake out. We've got starting lineups and all the action coming. You're watching the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska.
If you're experiencing balance problems, dizziness, or even vertigo, physical therapy may be one of your treatment options. At Faith Regional, there's a specialist who can help. I'm joined now by Erin Baumert, a physical therapist with Faith Regional Health Services. One of your specialties is vestibular therapy. Let's start at the basics. What is vestibular therapy?
Vestibular therapy is a type of therapy for patients with any type of vestibular diagnosis that can be ranging from vertigo, dizziness, problems with balance, and eye-head coordination problems. And the patients that have those problems have symptoms that are, can range anywhere from just like when they lay down or change positions or tip their head back in the shower and the room starts spinning. That's kind of a telltale sign of positional vertigo. People that have problems with balance, like if they're walking through the grocery store and they turn their head side to side and they try to scan things while they're moving, that can be another telltale sign for like eye-head coordination problems.
What sorts of exercises or things do you do with your patients to help them overcome those symptoms?
The positional vertigo is their main problem. That's learning their repositioning techniques, which can be done in the clinic, and then I try to teach them those at home too, because they can be very useful for the patients at home if they're able to reposition themselves. It's just a series of position changes when you're lying in bed and kind of knowing which way to move the head. And then I'll also progress them with eye-head coordination exercises, gaze stabilization exercises, balance exercises, all those types of things to help them get back to their normal everyday routine.
If this is something that someone hasn't experienced, maybe they're nervous to go approach a doctor about it, why should they see their doctor and eventually seek physical therapy?
Well, if it's limiting their day-to-day routine, if you wake up with a little bit of dizziness, but you get up and it goes away and you can go about your daily routine and you don't have an episode again, don't worry about it, right? But if it's something that, I can't move, I can't walk regularly, I have to hang on to the countertops to get by, I can't go to work, if you're limiting with your daily routine, especially over the course of, longer than a day or two, I usually tell patients, go get it fixed. It's better than dealing with it.
Well, Erin, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Back in the Panther Gym, Norfolk, Nebraska. Lou, you and I were just talking during the break. It's just fun to do basketball again. And the Panther Gym, always a great atmosphere, getting the year started here. Excited to get the basketball season going here on NCN.
Yeah, no question about it. Love basketball. I love all sports, but basketball seemingly is kind of special. And you mentioned the environment here. It's always, I think teams talk about this a lot. Coming into this gym, no matter how good or bad Norfolk is at boys or girls basketball, it's always a tough place to play, and that's what makes this place kind of special to do games in, is just the environment that surrounds the game.
Let's talk School Spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Well, all you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com today. It is a 324-mile drive from Scottsbluff to Nebraska. They left, I believe, sometime on Wednesday. No, that's not true at all. But Class B school. Hattie Burford, the girls' head coach, her second year at the helm, was an all-stater for Scottsbluff back in the day, played her college ball at Chadron State, one of the best girls' basketball players in school history, now tasked with coaching this team. Meanwhile, Norfolk, here in the Panther Gym, once again, Ben Reese, the head coach in his third year, of course was the coach of the boys team for years and athletic director here as well. Certainly dyed in the wool. Norfolk Panther played basketball for Norfolk as well. So we've got two coaches who coached the team or played for the teams that they currently, well, Ben Reese, he played for the boys obviously, but you know what I mean. Played at the school that they now coach, which is always fun to see. Lou, these games are always fun. The first game, so we know two things are going to happen. They're going to be turnovers, right?
Yep.
It's an early season game. Some shots probably aren't going to fall, but I always like to see the energy of a team, how they come out right out the gate, I think, can say a lot about how they'll be in the season.
Yeah, I think, one thing you do during practices before the season, especially with teams with a lot of young players, is you find out who's up for the challenge, and then you challenge them in stages like this. Who's going to step forward? Who's going to be a difference maker for this team? And maybe, like I said a moment ago, there's probably some players on that bench, maybe even deep on that bench, that later in the year will be factors. We'll see if anybody steps forward here in game number one.
We'll talk starting lineups, opening tip next. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back. Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
Tonight's starting lineups on News Channel Nebraska are brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for as we get set for action here between Norfolk and Scottsbluff. Opening game of the season for both teams. Boy, Scottsbluff, I don't know who made their schedule. They got a drive to Norfolk today, then they've got a home game tomorrow against South Sioux City in the afternoon. It's a rough one.
Yeah.
All right, there's Scottsbluff. Let's talk Scottsbluff starting lineups this evening as they introduce the non-starters as well. By the way, both coaches had said this week they weren't exactly sure who their starting lineups were going to be, so these might not be exactly the first five you see. But we do know Ava Reed, you're going to see her out there. Mia Bowles and Nina Garola were two players that were key rotational players from that team that made it to state last year. But Lou, you know, Ava Reed, the secondary option for the Bearcats last year, they had really good post play. Now they're going to be, I think, a lot more guard heavy. I think stylistically it'll be interesting to see how different they are this year.
Yeah, that's one of the things that changes sometimes from year to year. You have your basic concepts as a coach that you want to do. You have your basic ideas of offense and defense, but a lot of times it changes with who you have out there and who you have available. And I think this team might be a little bit more, as you said, guard heavy and guard oriented this season.
As we see the Scottsbluff starting five, and proving me right in being wrong. They've got a few different starters out there, namely Addie Bolin and Kinsley Hess in the starting lineup for Scottsbluff this evening. Again, that's one of the things about this first game. You know, the coaches, you know, we talked to them in the week, I'm like, oh, who are your starters going to be? I don't know. They don't know yet. I mean, a lot of times they don't know until day of. Norfolk starting five. We've got some players you probably remember from last year. You know, Lou, statistically, it doesn't look like Norfolk's got a lot back, but all these players saw time last year. Yeah. They got rotational minutes. There's a lot of experience, I think, that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. Obviously, what Indra was able to do, and you see her right there, what she was able to do late in the season was big, but they've got a lot of players that just kind of did a lot of little things down the stretch as Norfolk started playing better.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to get some playing time, and sometimes as maybe a eighth guy off the bench, you're not counted on to do a whole lot, but just being out on the court and getting into the flow of the game and experiencing that is important. And we'll see, really both these teams are very similar. You've got a kind of an established player, maybe a secondary player, and then a lot of unknowns. We'll see how this plays out here tonight.
Bo Caskey and Addie Bolin at the center circle at Scottsbluff in their road red unis. Getting us underway here in the Panther Gym. So glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska. Norfolk playing one-on-one man-to-man defense to start. This is Ava Reed across the lane. Good switch defensively, good step back off the mark, and the rebound to Norfolk. That was Dina Garola. Quickly the other way comes Norfolk, inside out. Up top, this is Emma Long. To Bo Caskey. Luke Caskey was a player that last year I really thought improved as the year went on.
I agree.
On the wing, open triple. Off the front iron, rebound to Scottsbluff. That's Mia Bowles. And too tall up ahead, saved. And Scottsbluff will try it again.
I think you see Scottsbluff there. Here's a steal, trying to push some tempo.
In the open court, Indra backs it out. Norfolk will set things up offensively. Indra, she can shoot from outside, pulls up for the long deuce, and finds nighttime banking hours for the first bucket of the evening.
Sometimes when a player hits a bank shot, you'd think they're lucky. That Skylar Indra, I think that's a nice shot, a good crisp shot off the bankboard. And more players really should use that.
Top of the key, now swung left side. This is Kinsley Hess. Picked up defensively by Harper Fossum. Good strong drive left side, iron unkind. Rebound underneath to Peterson.
And Peterson just got away with the travel.
Into the front court, the Panthers. Indra, straightaway triple try. That was her favorite spot last year. Caskey, the offensive rebound, then has it taken away. Into the open court, stolen. Scottsbluff back defensively. Fossum drives, dishes, mid-range, in and out. Rebound to Scottsbluff's Kinsley Hess. Scottsbluff up top, slowing things down, surveying. First triple of the day for Reed. And Lou, you see the experience right there from Ava Reed.
No question about that. Not shy to take that shot, just an in-your-face three from the top of the key.
Pretty well defended. Scottsbluff with their first lead. Scottsbluff running a zone look. Norfolk shooting over the top of it. That's a long two for Emma Long.
Emma Long with a mid-range jumper.
Oh, Norfolk didn't get back off the made bucket. That's a mistake defensively, and Bowles takes advantage.
Like you see what Scottsbluff's trying to do. Just mentioned that a moment ago, the tempo. They're trying to push, speed this game up a little bit. We talked about the guard heaviness of that team, and figure they've got players that can play that open court game.
Entry pass is off, turned over. Scottsbluff and Norfolk both going to the bench. Whole bunch of new players into the game. Heidi Grosskopf and Ruth Lively are in for Scottsbluff. Norfolk sending Brooklyn Brands, Atlee Bauman into the game as we take a look at the our replays tonight, brought to you in part by Madison County Bank. Here to help you grow, also by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close.
The last three by Ava Reed. You almost got to get right on top of her. You give her any space at all, she'll shoot.
Right block. Good duck in. Shot strong. Caskey the rebound. Back comes Norfolk into the front court. Maddie Finneran also seeing her first action tonight. Finneran wants three. Rebound to Lively. Tipped out of bounds, active defensively. That was something we saw Norfolk as the year went on last year. Really started to pick things up defensively, started forcing turnovers. That was really when they started playing better offensively as well.
Yeah, that will help. If you're able to get turnovers and get some transition buckets, that helps your offense. And I think you're going to see that with Coach Reese with this team. You're going to see a lot of full court basketball this season.
Bolin drives, dishes, long deuce. Missed everything. Rebound tapped out to Reed. She wants three and gets it. Yeah, that's a player to watch this year, folks. Ava Reed, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
That's twice Norfolk just made a mistake. Just gave her a little bit too much room. She's going to pull up and shoot it. And 2 for 2 from three-point land already.
Tipped out. Norfolk will keep. I like what the Panthers are doing. trying to get Caskey established down low. Probably the closest to a traditional post player that either team's got.
Yeah. Neither team is exceptionally big. It's going to be both teams, I think, more guard-oriented offense this season.
Running the baseline, leaves an open triple up top. Well, that's a shot in January that probably falls. Long rebound tracked down by Bauman and a foul on the floor. First one of the game is called on Ava Reed. In our first quarter, brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic. At Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk, they're building a Norfolk legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day.
I think for Norfolk to win this game and be successful this season, you're going to have those 50-50 balls go your way. Atlee Bauman's hustle a moment ago picked up the foul on Scottsbluff and maintained possession of the basketball.
Tie up, alternating possession to Norfolk, halfway home first quarter. Road team with a 4-point lead. In large part due to the outside shooting of Ava Reed. Oh, good pass in traffic. Extra feed. Caskey off the window.
Nice. Best offensive set so far for Norfolk. A pick and roll. It ends up in a pass for an assist for a bucket. That was excellent half-court offense that time by the Panthers.
Brooklyn Brands with the assist. Caskey's first make. Good job to run the baseline. Pass a little bit off. And it goes back to Norfolk. That was Ruth Lively, who now sits in favor of Addie Bolin. Mia Bowles checks back into the game as well for Scottsbluff in favor of Reed, sitting for the first time tonight.
It'll be interesting with both teams when they're scorers. When Indra and Reed are on the bench, who steps up and becomes option number one?
Good active hands up top. That's Garola. Coast to coast, too strong. Rebound to Fossum. Fossum surveys Brands. Entry pass, Caskey. Good position, but swatted out of bounds. That's Addie Bolin with the rejection. That was a nice defensive recovery.
First of all, a really good post-entry pass, but an even better defensive play. Bolin swats that one away. Despite the pass getting into the paint there, Bolin erases any hopes of a Norfolk bucket.
Still a 2-point game as Norfolk will inbound. Rotating left side. Good down ball screen, in and out. Offensive rebound, Brands. Her putback won't roll home. And it's Scottsbluff out with it. Now back comes Norfolk off the turnover. Bauman up fakes and travels for the turnover. Reed returns to the game for Scottsbluff in favor of Heidi Grosskopf.
It's on those up fakes like that where you tend to pick up your pivot foot before the ball comes down, and that's an easy travel call for the officials.
Norfolk applying some full court pressure here.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that quite a bit. I think Coach Reese feels like he's got a lot of parts to this team, and pressure basketball could be in there. One of the things they do well this season.
He had told me this week they expected a rotation of 9 or 10 players tonight, which is a luxury this early in the season.
Yeah, for sure.
Reed pulls up. Has she hit rim tonight? Reed 3 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to help out on her a little bit. Very dangerous offensive player.
That 3 off the iron. Rebound. Hess skies for that one. Scottsbluff quickly in the open floor. To the trailer off the window. That's Addie Bolin.
Well, Bolin with the defensive play a moment ago that knocks home a jumper. Playing well on both ends of the floor.
Norfolk trying to get something going there. 0 for 6 from outside to start the game. This one finds its way to Indra. Splits 2 defenders, draws damage. And will head to the line.
Well, I think what Reed did there was smart, honestly. Indra driving into the paint. Reed tried to set her feet, draw that charge, and that's why I'm not an official. Those are tough calls.
Call, yeah.
That could go either way. It goes Norfolk's way on that one, but I think that's a good move there, even though it didn't go Reed's way, is to try to draw that charge.
Even tougher for Scottsbluff. That's Ava Reed's second.
Yeah, that's the bad side of that, is now Reed's going to come out probably for the remainder of the quarter, maybe a little bit into the second quarter.
Skylar Indra, and the leading returning scorer for Norfolk. Drills both, 4 points for Indra, 8 for Norfolk. That has them down 4 opening quarter. Top of the key, Hess. Right side, Bolin off the empty corner. Left it short, good D by Caskey. Bounce pass in the lane, Caskey can't handle. Bolin the turnover. Well, she's been active both sides of the ball early. Nice feed up ahead. Rebound pulled down by Peterson.
That was a missed opportunity for Scottsbluff in transition.
Good strong take. Bolin doesn't care. Maddie Finneran rejected. Into the front court. Loose ball. Scottsbluff's got it.
Boland's been the eraser out there.
Couple of blocks.
You start wagging her finger in people's faces.
R.I.P. Dikembe. Top of the key. Backing out, resetting is Grosskopf, 10 on the shot clock. Step back, mid-range, no. Rebound Norfolk, they've got 6 seconds. Into the front court with 3. NBA range triple at the buzzer won't go. And that's the end of the first quarter. We've played 1. Scottsbluff 12, Norfolk 8, and Ava Reed has come to play in the Panther gym this evening. Perhaps a superstar in the making. Back after this, you're watching News Channel Nebraska.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks you are considering apart from each other? At Madison County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, agriculture, and even unique properties that make your dreams a reality. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
At home or on the range, AGI Sentinel's buildings protect crops and valuable assets from harsh weather conditions. Don't risk losing your hard-earned assets to seasonal elements when AGI Sentinel pre-engineered all-steel buildings are the simple and sturdy solution that provide maximum protection for a minimum cost. For free estimates, talk to Scott, Kenny, or Luke about your AGI Sentinel building. Call 402-748-3551 today or go to ashoffconstruction.com.
You see the Norfolk bench as we get set to start the second quarter here. There's Coach Ben Reese back in the saddle. 3rd year at the helm of the Norfolk girls team. His girls down 4 as we start the second quarter. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Ava Reed with 8 of Scottsbluff's 12 points. She has helped their shooting percentage. Neither team particularly glowing. That shot off the mark, followed up and fouled. Bryn Peterson missed and followed it up. She's getting instructions from her teammate. She had a couple of wide open teammates open for 3 up top. Skylar Indra was begging for it, but Norfolk might get points out of it.
Now, offensive rebounding right now has been positive for the Norfolk Panthers. 3 in the ball, actually 4 in the ball game already. Able to get points off those second chance opportunities could prove to be very big for the Panthers.
Norfolk just 3 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Peterson splits the pair, her first point tonight, back to a 1-possession game. Addie Bolin wasting no time into the front court, floats it home. Really impressed with her so far on both ends.
Yeah, she's been very good. Norfolk did not stop the basketball that time and allowed her, Bolin, to get all the way into the lane and get a pretty easy shot. You've got to stop the basketball before she gets into the lane. Now a turnover on the Panthers.
Active hands defensively by Scottsbluff there in our second quarter. Brought to you by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet.
If you allow that penetration into the paint, that really sets things up. Even if the ball handler doesn't take the shot, you get into that lane area, you can pass and get a lot better high percentage looks with that penetration.
Nina Garola back into the game. She feeds the post. Mishandled, taken away, still loose, tied up. And possession arrow will give it back to Norfolk. Boy, can't knock the hustle from Norfolk early on, Lou. They've been there with offensive rebounds and loose balls thus far.
Yeah, great job going to the floor on that one. I believe that was Finneran. Maddie Finneran. Great hustle, though. I like the hustle from Norfolk right now. The effort plays are there.
Wing screen, entry pass, tipped away, still loose. Now Scottsbluff's got it. Taken right back by Norfolk. Peterson the steal. She goes baseline and gets the roll. Bryn Peterson's first field goal tonight.
Well, Scottsbluff started running and then lost the basketball. Had nobody back there to play defense after the steal.
Bolin up top. Now Hess still looking for her first shot attempt tonight. There's Bowles on the wing. Pestered by Peterson, they reverse it to Grosskopf. Lou, we talked about the early foul trouble. No Ava Reed early on for Scottsbluff. Offense stagnating a bit here. Now 6 on the shot clock. Down to 3. They got to get a shot up. They don't realize it. And shot clock violation. Norfolk's defense does the job and gets the turnover.
Well, that's probably something that both teams are going to have to be cognizant of at some point here, is just where that shot clock is. I think Scottsbluff fell asleep a little bit on that one. Trying to, as you mentioned, you don't really have the go-to scorer there with Reed on the bench.
Oh, mishandled up top. Scottsbluff will take it the other way. Garola in transition off the nice feed from Kinsley Hess. Nina Garola's first points tonight. Bearcat lead back up to 5.
Hess with the steal, just took it away from the Norfolk player.
Now Indra left it short, mishandled it a bit on the way up. And it'll go to Scottsbluff off the loose ball.
We got Ava Reed, and we're sitting near the Scottsbluff bench. The first thing they say is be smart.
Yep.
Too important to be watching the ball game here. You can't pick up a silly foul. But she is such a talented offensive player and the leader of this team.
Sets up Hess left side off the high screen. Garola didn't roll all the way into the lane. Now she has it taken away. Norfolk struggling to get in the front court. Now they get there. Little crossover. There's Bauman backing out and resetting with 19 on the shot clock. Long 2 off the rim. Rebound tracked down by Bolin.
Bolin did a really nice job, even though behind the Norfolk player, to go up and sky over the top for the rebound.
Reed spots up straight away off the mark. Offensive rebound put back there for Mia Bowles. She has 4.
And Bowles did exactly the same thing that time on the offensive putback. If Norfolk, you got to block out, got to be more physical and put your body into that player, force them to climb your back. And the good athletes from Scottsbluff has been able to get those rebounds. Now a three-pointer.
First triple of the night for Norfolk, Maddie Finneran. And Finneran gets the steal at the other end. High-octane action in the Panther Gym as it's taken right back by Scottsbluff. We got numbers. Riding sidecar, right side Bolin. She's got 6 and a timeout called. We'll take one as well. 3:58 to go in the half. It's a 6-point lead for Scottsbluff. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Well, tempo has been the name of the game. Both teams playing fairly quickly. It's Scottsbluff handling it a bit better early on. 20-14 with the lead, as you see Coach Maddie Burford going over things in the playbook.
And get her suited up. Get her out on the court.
She could still play.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was an all-stater, graduated from Scottsbluff in 2011, played her college ball at Chadron State. Now Norfolk left side. Well, they do a lot of that screening and rolling from the wing. You don't see a lot of top of the key screens. They're all on the right or left side. Tipped away and stolen. Comes right back to Norfolk. Shot clock didn't reset. I don't know that Norfolk knows that. They've got 5 to shoot.
Yeah, no change of possession there.
Down to 2. Now Norfolk does lose it. Into the front court now. Garola snuck behind the defense. And she has 4. Scottsbluff equaling their largest lead.
Norfolk turning it over, and Scottsbluff's turning those into points. You saw that the last play there with Hess getting out and running and getting the ball up the floor. Scottsbluff's got some athletes, and they've got some, they're not necessarily big bodies, but they're tall, a lot of long arms and good athletes that they can run that sort of, as we talked about before, that up-tempo, full-court style of basketball.
Hey, folks, stick around for halftime. We'll be showing you our halftime highlights. Those are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Quite a bit of highlights to go through in this first half. Indra bodies her way to the bucket, can't hit. But a nice back tap to retain possession. Now Norfolk will try it again. Bauman. Up top, Caskey directs traffic. Fossum off the Caskey screen. Now Caskey backing her way in, foul. Or are they going to call offensive foul? Nope, Caskey thought it was an offensive foul on her.
Is that a guilty conscience there or what? Well, Addie Boland is just a terror to try to get the ball inside against it. But the one thing you don't want her doing is reaching across there and picking up the foul. She's good enough to stay behind that offensive player and force her to pass out or just create a wall defensively.
Indra drives, kicks. Now swung to Brands. Back to Indra, cut off baseline. Brands had a cutter in the lane, couldn't find her. Shot clock at 17, Norfolk's got time. Indra wants 3, left it short. Caskey there to clear it. Back up with it, blocked again. Third swat of the night for Addie Boland.
Well, again, one thing Norfolk's done real well is get those offensive rebounds. Watch the hustle play, but you got number 1 out there. Good luck getting that shot off. You're going to taste some Spalding here before too long with the way she blocks shots.
Now Atlee Bauman over to Caskey. Miscommunication, and it goes back to Scottsbluff. And we got our halftime show coming up in just a couple of minutes, folks. That's brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. Also by Insurance 365, the healthcare specialists you want to do business with. Scottsbluff, 2 minutes to go in the half. Good little give and go. Now back up top. Reed. Ball reversal, fades away, fouls it up, and 1.
Well, I don't know about you, but Ava Reed is going to be on my team any day of the week. She's a player, isn't she? That's a tough shot. Through contact, off balance, and still gets that one to go. Now a chance for a three-point play. Clearly the best offensive player on the floor here tonight for either team.
Foul called on Harper Fossum. Just the 3rd foul called in this game. Wow. A relatively cleanly played game for opening night. Free throw strong. Rebound to Fossum. 10-point lead for Norfolk. That shot off the mark. A lot of contact, no call. Offensive rebound underneath. Caskey muscles it up and in.
Another offensive rebound. That time Caskey gets it to fall. That's what Norfolk has to do, is to make those offensive rebounds count.
Ooh, Caskey altered that shot. Didn't block it. Reed can't hit. Back comes Norfolk, too tall and out of bounds.
That's turnover number 12 in the half for Norfolk, 10 for Scottsbluff, much like you would expect here, the first ball game of the season.
December basketball right there. We saw it last night here on NCN2, and we saw how quickly it could turn around. Aurora turned over the ball 14 times in the first quarter, came back and won that game. Couple of great games last night between Aurora and Adams Central. Ava Reed, big contact.
Good.
Come on now.
Oh,
come on now. Ava Reed.
Wow.
Don't play her and horse.
Watch this again, through contact, bang. Ball's backwards, gets the shot up and in. You got it going, And Ava Reed right now has that mojo in her favor.
12 points for the junior. Really stepped up for them down the stretch as a sophomore, was a key part of that 4-game win streak that got them to state. Free throw good. 5 points this quarter, 13 for the ball game, and Scottsbluff now has their largest lead, and Ava Reed with a knowing smile as she heads to the bench.
That's probably a smart move here with 2 fouls. You're up 11 with a minute to go here in the half. Get Ava Reed out of the ball game so she doesn't pick up a cheap one.
Caskey turns into a double. Can't get it to go, but she'll head to the line. That foul will be called on Bolin. That's her second.
I'd say the difference in this ball game so far is not effort. I mean, Norfolk's playing really hard, and the difference is Scottsbluff is making plays, and it certainly helps when you have Ava Reed making everything that she shoots here in the first half. But I don't think you can fault Norfolk's effort at this point. It's just Scottsbluff has just been better on the offensive side of the ball.
Ruth Lively back into the game for Scottsbluff. Caskey good on both. She's got 6 hard-earned points tonight. Back into the game for Norfolk, Emma Long and Maddie Finneran. Ava Reed will check back in for the final 54 seconds for Scottsbluff.
Got to handle this full court pressure, I think, is why she's back in the ball game.
Quick trap in the corner, needs help. Scottsbluff's got to go. Garola now into the front court. Bowles, right side. That's a long 2 off the heel. Oh, Norfolk fighting with themselves for the rebound. Peterson out with it. Half a minute to go. Shot clock's off for Norfolk. They don't care. They want 3. They don't get it. Caskey battles for the rebound. Puts it up. Gets it to go. And 1. Lou, that's why I don't like, you don't always just play for the last shot. You can get an offensive rebound if you put it up quickly.
And they've been getting offensive rebounds. I think that was probably part of the strategy. Go take that shot and then let a player like Bo Caskey already with 4 offensive rebounds. That's 5 rebounds in the half, 4 on the offensive end. She has been battling underneath there for the Panthers.
Foul called on Kinsley Hess, her first. Caskey perfect from the land of the free. She's got 7 this quarter, 9 for the game. That leads the way for Norfolk. That's a big bucket, gets them to a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you like that 3-point play. Now can you turn Scottsbluff over? Scottsbluff has a chance to take the last shot of the half.
Ava Reed into the front court. This is who you want with the ball with the shot clock off. Norfolk playing 2 on the ball. Little zone look defensively. Back to Reed. Can't get in the lane. Extra pass from the wing. Too strong. Norfolk gets the rebound, and that's the half. Entertaining first half of basketball as we head to the break. Scottsbluff 27, Norfolk 21. Halftime show coming up. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Life can move at a pretty fast pace here in Nebraska. From lights on to lights out, there's no stopping our work ethic. That's why at Nebraska Public Power District, we take pride in keeping you going. Pride in knowing that your power grid is consistently ranked one of the nation's most reliable and resilient. We take on the challenges 24/7 because electricity is the lifeblood of your day, and powering your day is what motivates us to do our very best. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
(27-21), Scottsbluff with the lead over Norfolk at the half. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. Can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Well, Norfolk, that's Skylar Indra. Really kind of quiet offensively, struggled from the field, 4 points, hits there, but Lou, it's somebody who's not been quiet. Ava Reed, an amazing first half, 13 points for the junior.
Well, you just see the confidence with that shot right there. Just pull up, defender in your face, still knock it down.
Long two falls for Emma Long. She had those 2 points in the first half. Norfolk's been trying to get the outside shot going. It hasn't been there a lot. It has for Scottsbluff. 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, 12 of 24. They're shooting 50% from the field. A big part of that, what Ava Reed was able to do, but Scottsbluff able to get it in transition as well. Impressed by the play of Addie Bolin, 6 points and 3 blocked shots in the first half, but Norfolk finally able to get a 3 to drop. This was Maddie Finneran. Panthers just 1 of 10 from beyond the arc in the first half. They were getting some good looks, though. Scottsbluff doing a nice job running the floor off missed shots and steals. Nina Garola with 2 of her 4 points, and then Ava Reed just hoisted toward the basket. Usually good things will happen. Drew damage there, got the shot to drop, and then did it again later. A nice cut, works through the contact to Caskey. How on earth did that shot go in? Bo Caskey can't believe it either.
Yeah.
But Caskey gets a manner of revenge here. She had a really nice first half. Gets the and one, 9 points, 5 rebounds for the junior. And the Panthers trailing 27-21. Lou, you mentioned the rebounding edge for Norfolk. That's what's kept them in it.
Yeah, Norfolk out-rebounding Scottsbluff. Kind of surprising, 19-9. Scottsbluff does have some size, at least some length. You know, they have some tall players and good athletes as well. But Norfolk with a 19-9 advantage on the boards. 8 of those offensive and 4 of those from Bo Caskey. So we know what Bo Caskey is going to be doing in the second half. Go get those rebounds, get those second chance points. I think Scottsbluff wants to turn this into more of a track meet. I think you saw that. One of those highlights, they were able to get a layup in transition. I think they want to do more of that. That last shot of the half, Scottsbluff, Ava Reed had the basketball, and Norfolk did a lot better job sliding over and helping her defender out, keeping her out of the lane and force her to pass the basketball. Once Ava Reed gets in the lane, that's a problem if you're trying to defend her. If you keep her out of the lane, force her to give up the basketball and have somebody else beat you, you got a chance, I think. So for Norfolk, again, it's about the hustle plays, offensive rebounds, and try to defend Ava Reed better. For Scottsbluff, you want to turn this into a faster-paced game, beat Norfolk down the floor, able to get some transition buckets, and make this a faster-paced game. I don't know that Norfolk offensively it wants to do that. I think they certainly do defensively. We've seen that full-court pressure a few times. I think Coach Reese wants to be able to get some offense from his defense. We'll see how much he uses that in the second half.
27-21, Scottsbluff at the break. More halftime show next. This is News Channel Nebraska.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust is honored to be ranked as a national top 20 bank for ag lending by the Independent Community Bankers Association. Elkhorn Valley Bank prides themselves on offering community-focused, experienced lenders with a vast knowledge of agriculture to provide fast and local decisions. Their wide range of products and services are sure to meet the needs of any operation. Elkhorn Valley Bank extends a heartfelt thank you to all their customers for their unwavering loyalty and support.
(27-21). Scottsbluff with the lead over Norfolk here in the Panther Gym. Panther Gym, all about atmosphere. You really appreciate the atmosphere of a great gymnasium, and that's what you're going to have at the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney, planning to open in the spring of 2025. You want atmosphere? How about 3,000 plus sitting in the bleachers of a 59,000 square foot hardwood gymnasium? That's room for 8 regulation-size high school basketball courts. You want to do a volleyball tournament there? They got room for 12 volleyball courts. You can put 20 wrestling mats down there. When it comes to atmosphere, it will not be matched. Located out there on Eunice Drive, right by all the new hotels and restaurants in the new Visit Kearney Center as well. The Kearney Sportsplex coming to the city of Kearney in the spring of 2025. 27-21, Scottsbluff with the lead. Second half next. This is News Channel Nebraska. Folks filing into the Panther Gym. This is the first of 2 games tonight. We got the boys game coming up. We've seen some, frankly, all-state caliber performances from players in the first half. We got a player who we know is all-state caliber. If you've not seen Nate Kelly yet play in person, folks,
yeah,
about as good a guard as you're going to find in Class B or the state of Nebraska. And they'll be taking on Norfolk following the conclusion of this one, but we got to get through this one. Good one so far, 27-21. Scottsbluff with the lead as we start the second half. Lou, I like the point you brought up as a turnover right off the gate, the travel. And Norfolk did a better job helping on Ava Reed. Now, they were in zone there on that possession. Yeah. They generally are in man-to-man, which can make it harder to help. We'll see how they adjust there in the second half.
You saw the weak side guard cheating over to keep Reed out of the lane.
Indra works it down low, found the cutter. Scoop shot, no. Foul called. And Harper Fossum will head to the line off the feed from Indra. The foul called on Bowles. That's her first. No foul trouble really to speak of. unless either Ava Reed or Addie Bolin pick up their third here early third quarter.
And those have been the two most important players for Scottsbluff. I think Norfolk's been more physical in this ball game, as you see with the offensive rebounds. They've been able to get the ball inside. They just haven't been as crisp offensively as Scottsbluff has been.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound tapped out to Bolin, so Fossum splits the pair. That's her first point. She had 4 rebounds in the first half, though. Played well. By the way, that replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. What a find. Great pass across the lane to Nina Garola, who has 6. Norfolk wasting no time. Caskey thought 3, thought better of it. Now it's Indra off the glass. That's someone, Lou, I think Coach Ben Reese wants to get going.
Absolutely. Getting, much like with Reed, get Indra the ball in the lane and let her create.
Garola has an open look. Finneran the rebound. Sorry, Fossum the rebound. First game for me, too. Right side, Norfolk. Indra open for 3. Rolls it home. Skylar Indra quickly 2 for 2 to start the second half.
Well, that's music to Coach Reese's eyes there. A couple of buckets, a big-time 3 there from Indra. Get your leading scorer in some rhythm, and here comes the basketball.
That was to you, Lou. You were open. Our monitor got taken out. Thank you. That's a great assist there by Addie Bolin.
Addie Bolin does it all.
Sheet.
Yep, she does it all.
Yeah.
Helps out the broadcast team.
Yeah, that's all right. Hold on here. Okay, I think we're good. Nothing broken. Glad I got a cap on my water. 29-27, Norfolk trying to tie it here. Got it. That's Skylar Indra, boy. She's feeling it to start the second half.
Absolutely on a tear right now. 7 points with not even 2 minutes gone and a half here in the third quarter.
Just like that, Indra in double figures with 11. She only had 4 in the first half. Good entry pass. That's a tough shot, and it drops. Boy, Addie Bolin, that's a name to remember, Lou.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be a good one.
Absolutely.
Pull up from mid-range, no. Rebound still alive, eventually corralled by Reed. And up ahead, a double dribble. It goes back to Norfolk. Interesting to see Norfolk try to match Scottsbluff's pace, Lou.
Yeah.
Scottsbluff's the team that seemed to want to run, and Coach Reese has got Norfolk out running here in the early going.
Yeah, I didn't know if he would start with that. Obviously, he knows his team well, and I think you've seen some positives, and especially with Skylar Indra. Now, Scottsbluff looks like they're playing 2-3 zone right now.
Coming out high, too. Rotating right side, left side, Fossum back to Indra. Quick catch and shoot, triple! Oh, my! Skylar Indra.
Wow, what a run.
Double figures this quarter alone. Out of bounds, it will stay with Scottsbluff.
I know we've seen in years past that Norfolk, if you get double figures for a quarter, you feel pretty good. Skylar Indra doing it all by herself. Watch, see if we can see her nodding as she's going down court like, yeah, no problem, no problem.
Now Scottsbluff on the inbound, tough fadeaway, Indra the rebound off the Bolin miss. Right side Bauman, Indra. Norfolk is trailed at one point by double figures. Now they've regained the lead. 4 for 5 from the field here in the early going in the third quarter. Indra feeling it. Off the mark there. Bolin off and running on the board. Lobbed up top, Reed wants 3. Too strong. Good effort by Fossum to corral that one.
That's a shot that Reed likes to take.
Yep.
That one just didn't fall.
Caskey trying to get set up down low. Bauman looking for her. Caskey doesn't have it. Now high post, back out. Bauman wants 3. Rebound to Bolin. Up ahead comes Scottsbluff, trailing for the first time since the first quarter. Taken away. Scottsbluff's back defensively. Indra forcing the issue. In on Reed. Shot not there. Bauman clears it. She can't hit. Ball still loose. Tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with Norfolk. Boy, Lou, you know, I thought at times in the second quarter Norfolk's offense stagnated. They have come out with a purpose on offense in the third quarter.
Would love to have been in the locker room to hear what Coach Reese had to say, but you're right. This team looks totally different, much more aggressive, and you know, you mentioned the pace of the half, I think, is very deliberate at this point by Coach Reese, as they want to speed the game up and allow themselves to get more open court opportunities and move that ball a little bit better than they did in the half court as well.
Quick adjustment on the shot clock. They'd reset it. Norfolk will have 31 as they inbound here.
Chase Eddie!
Caskey had that great second quarter. Good post move there. Wow. Impressive play there. Caskey now in double figures.
Yeah, against the man-to-man that time, Scottsbluff went from the zone back to the man-to-man, and Caskey still gets the pretty easy bucket. Good look.
It's a 13-4 run by Norfolk to start the second half. Reed wants to end it, and does. You cannot give her an inch. She will take a mile. And Scottsbluff calls timeout. We'll keep it here. 3:18 to go in the third. We're trading haymakers in the Panther gym here, Lucy.
Well, you better, let's watch this again. You better fight through a screen and really, you just got to get up on her that time. Bryn Peterson for Norfolk gave her a little bit of space, and Ava Reed buries another one. That's her spot there from that top of the key area, and she is absolutely deadly. You got to close out quickly on her. I've used the adage many times that, you know, my coach told me is tell me what sort of bubble gum are they chewing, right?
Yeah.
You get that close to know that. You got to do that with Ava Reed, because if you don't, she'll make you pay.
Reed 3 of 5 from out there. 16 points for the junior. Averaged 11 a game last year.
Scottsbluff threatened to full court. Now they back off. And turnovers might be big here in the second half. Norfolk has not committed one yet here in the third quarter. Scottsbluff with 3 in the third quarter.
Bauman. They were looking for Caskey inside. That time she got position, reverses, in and out. Rebound to Bowles, and she's fouled. Here in our third quarter, brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. A lot of buckets, really both sides, that are December misses that will be January makes. And I think that last shot we saw from Caskey is emblematic of that.
Yeah, I think Scottsbluff playing pretty good post defense right now, or at least defense in the paint, forcing tough shots from Norfolk.
Good drive and kick, free throw line jumper, offensive rebound, put back good. That's Heidi Groskov's first bucket tonight.
That's something Scottsbluff has not done much of. That's only their third offensive rebound, but the putback is big, and now a steal.
Reed got numbers, finds the trailer. That's Boland. She's in double figures, and just like that, Scottsbluff's back up 4.
Yeah, the transition bucket off the steal. Scottsbluff good at running the floor and getting easy looks off of those steals.
Tough entry pass. Caskey can't handle. Cleaned up, then blocked from behind. That's number 4 for Boland. Now from the left side, shot up and good by Bauman, her first bucket. Scottsbluff quickly the other way. Swatted away, almost stolen. That's going to be a travel. As Bowles fell down with the ball. Norfolk going to the bench. Emma Long, Maddie Finneran back in. Nina Garola back in for Scottsbluff. It's been a fun one. I think these are two teams, Lou, the way they're playing. Another month or so, we could have a couple of good basketball teams here.
Yeah, I think you see potential with both of these squads right now. It's early, obviously, game number 1, but the potential's there. Good up fake.
Oh, in and out. Caskey, the rebound, goes back up with it, and 1. Oh, Caskey showing some strength.
Boy,
that
Caskey.
Foul called on Garola.
The coaches here yelled that it's a physical game to rebound. Well, Bo Caskey, she's taking that to heart. Very, very physical player. And that's her 6th rebound, but 5th offensive rebound. And you just can't, say how valuable those are to get those extra chance opportunities, and now a chance for a 3-point play.
So meaningful what she's been doing down low on the offensive end. Can't hit the free throw. Look at the effort for the rebound. Eventually corralled by Lively. Caskey now with 13. Back to a tie ball game. Ball reversal, Reed running the floor, and a little too handsy was Norfolk there. Emma Long called for the foul.
Even though you pick up the foul, I like this, especially against Reed. Just being physical, make her work hard. You may pick up a foul or two there, but the one thing you don't want to do is let her catch it cleanly, square up on you, and knock it home.
Emma Long taking that assignment to heart clearly. She'll be chasing Reed around the floor. Ooh, Bearcats had an opening on the post. Instead, they go Reed up top. She misses. Battle for the rebound. Tied up. It'll stay with Scottsbluff.
Well, that last possession, Ruth Lively of Scottsbluff set a really solid pick on Emma Long, and that gave Reed that shot opportunity. Just didn't fall, but a great screen. That's something coaches see those sort of things. Maybe we as fans don't always see that, but an excellent screen that allowed your offensive player a good look.
Bolin back up to Reed, working on Long. Jump stop, fading away off the high window. Not a lot of players can do that.
Use that bank shot. Use that bank. That's an excellent play there by the superstar for Scottsbluff, Ava Reed.
And now with 18 points, Scottsbluff back on top. Chaos inside. Players hitting the deck. Nice job by Peterson to realize what was going on. She finds Caskey.
Yeah, it was congested, people hitting the floor, but excellent pass by Peterson to give Caskey an easy look.
Reed waving off. She wants the solo. A little ISO on Long. Now the high screen. The hezzy, the jump stop, the extra pass. Norfolk had read it. Tied up, it'll be Norfolk ball with 2.5. How about the effort defensively by Maddie Finneran?
Got the right idea, but a little bit slow. Get that ball pass just a second earlier. Lively probably gets a layup. It's a little bit late, allowed the tie up. 2.5 seconds to go.
From three-quarter court, nope. Well, get your friends and neighbors to News Channel Nebraska. We got an early season classic tied at 40 as we head to the fourth. This is News Channel Nebraska.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Eight minutes of regulation basketball left in the Panther gym. The Norfolk offense coming alive with 19 third quarter points. Scottsbluff able to hold pace a little bit. We are tied at 40 as we start the fourth quarter alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay.
Been a fun basketball game, Eric. You never know what to expect in game number one. Is it going to be sloppy? And you got a lot of unknowns on both of these teams. I really like the way both these teams have competed. I think players have made some big-time plays. And we got a barn burner. It's 40-40.
We had over 50% field goal percentage by both teams. 8 of 15 for Norfolk in the third, 6 of 12. Scottsbluff still shooting 50% for the game. They got to be going, how are we not putting this team away?
Yeah, you don't want to shoot 50% from the field and not win the ball game.
Although the turnover they just committed, one of the reasons why.
Yeah, that's been a problem. 16 on the ball game so far.
Indra the drive and dish, pass errant, tracked down, 23 on the shot clock. Good pass, right side. Norfolk resets. Baseline drive, nobody home. Back come the Bearcats. Here's Lively. Oh, good cut. Norfolk recovered defensively. Reed's open for three. That one might have been blocked. Offensive rebound by Bolin. She can't go back up with it, though. Tied up, and possession arrow will give it back to Norfolk. Scottsbluff fans wanted the foul on Indra, but instead she gets the tie-up, and it's Norfolk basketball.
Yeah, Bolin got that offensive rebound underneath. I couldn't tell if she just brought it down, or you certainly want to get that rebound and get it up. But Norfolk gets the ball on the alternating possessions and turnover Scottsbluff.
High screen, roll, falling. Good defense by Scottsbluff. They've got numbers if they hurry. Caskey gets back. The trailer, secondary break, long three, Caskey the board. Well, that's a strong rebound, and then a foul called a long ways away from the hoop. Scottsbluff doesn't like it. Here in our fourth quarter, brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. That foul called on Grosskopf for second.
The Panthers have done so well on the boards tonight against a pretty tall team, a good athletic team in Scottsbluff.
Entry pass, Caskey back outside. Bauman too strong. Battle for the rebound. Scottsbluff will inbound.
Bokaski battling underneath there again. Tried to get that offensive rebound, just tipped it out of bounds. Scottsbluff now basketball chance to take the lead. You got to believe you want to get Ava Reed a lot of touches here in this fourth quarter.
Runs point. Reverses back up top, wants three, left it short. Long rebound to Caskey.
There's another good screen there by Ruth Lively of Scottsbluff.
Mishandled, it goes right back to the Bearcats. I like what they do with Reed away from the ball. You saw it on that last possession. She tried to cut in the lane, it wasn't there. Immediately curls back up top and has a screener waiting for her.
Yeah, nice curl cut, and then Lively doing a great job screening, not setting the offensive foul on those screens. Keeps her feet set and puts it down a good screen.
Good movement away from the ball again. Iron unkind. It'll be Norfolk basketball. We'll stick around after the game. We'll talk to the victorious head coach. That interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism.
And that is very much up in the air right now.
It absolutely is. Whichever coach it is, probably going to be a little grayer afterwards. It's a stressful season opener for these teams. Cut off on the dribble drive, now on the wing. Looking for the cutter. Good defensive rotation and a travel called. That's a nice job by Lively defensively. She's that little things player for Scottsbluff.
Yeah, she's our first lunch pail player of the year. Player that just shows up, bring the lunch pail, go to work, do what you need, do the little things to win a ball game.
Reed still looking for her first points of the quarter. She has 18 in the game. Kinsley Hess gives to Bolin. Now Reed right side. Draws some company in the lane. Kick ball in the lane. And they'll reset the shot clock to 20. In high school, you don't get a new shot clock. You get an extra 20 seconds on a kickball. Left side, Reed immediately met defensively by Peterson. Peterson pestering, knocking it away, turned over, tied up. It'll stay with Scottsbluff. Coach Ben Reese trying to get a timeout called, but officials said Norfolk didn't quite have enough possession. Good hustle by Ben Reese. You might see it there, right side of the screen. Look at him hustling onto the court there. That's mid-season form.
Well, my coach used to hustle to get me out of the game, is what he did usually.
What is Steve doing on the floor? Running to midcourt.
Get out of there.
Tackling refs. Get him out of there. Both teams still looking to dent the scoreboard for the first time here in the fourth. Nice hesitation. Back in, Reed tried to draw contact. Norfolk the rebound. Reed 0 for 4 from the field this quarter.
That's Harper Fossum's 7th rebound of the ball game, so she's been good on the boards as well.
Entry pass, Caskey into a double team and fell over. Turns it right back over.
Well, at the end of the third quarter, Norfolk Panthers had 1 turnover. Now they're at 6, so it's 5 in this quarter, and they're obviously limiting their opportunities to score, giving the ball away.
Norfolk will call timeout to talk about just that thing, I believe. We'll take one as well. Tie game, 4:55 to go. This is News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Hey, after the game, stick around. We will talk to our player of the game. That interview brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. An offensive explosion in the third quarter, the absolute opposite here in the fourth. No points either side through 3 minutes and 5 seconds of the third quarter. But, Lou, it's more about what these teams have done defensively.
Yeah.
Forcing turnovers and making plays.
Both teams making, getting the ball in the lane very difficult right now, and contesting shots very well. And I like the fact the officials are allowing them largely to play the game, not calling cheap fouls.
Corner 3 off the mark, too strong. Rebound to Peterson. And almost taken away. Norfolk's got to hurry. Into the front court. Panthers have only attempted 1 shot this quarter. That changes here. Indra left it short. Rebound to Bowles. Both teams have seen their offenses stymied here in the final stanza. Good curl, good strong drive thrown off the official. Knocked out by Norfolk. It'll be Bearcat ball.
Watch Bokaski here, number 1, just swats that out of bounds. I tell you what, if I want to go to a street fight, I think I'm taking Bokaski with me. She's tough underneath there.
Why would you want to go to a street fight?
Well,
That's
you know, something to do on a Saturday night.
I guess so. Lou, I don't like the people you've been hanging around with lately. Meanwhile, Scottsbluff draws the foul. They'll head to the line off the offensive rebound. That's good effort there on the offensive glass by Mia Bowles.
Yeah, stayed with it, got that offensive rebounds. Now a chance here. Bowles makes the hustle play, gets a chance to take the lead here for the Bearcats.
Misses the front end. That foul called on Caskey, her second. How about a game, this physical, this well defended? Nobody with more than 2 fouls on either side.
That is wild. Reed had 2 fouls in that first quarter.
Yeah. Second one good. Scottsbluff has the lead. Bowles with 5 points tonight. Caskey, good position. Help comes, though, alters the shot. Rebound to Bowles. And a tie-up called underneath. That'll give it back to Norfolk. How about the effort by Bokaski after the miss?
Yeah, she's been the hustle player in this ball game for Norfolk. Good job to get the tie-up.
Kind of accidentally, her hand just kind of got stuck.
Oh, got blocked.
And now that shot blocked underneath off the inbound. That was Mia Bowles knocking it away. And now Norfolk called for the loose ball foul. That's Bryn Peterson.
Well, it looked like Norfolk was going to get an easy bucket, but a great defense that time by Bowles to erase that shot.
Halfway home fourth quarter, no field goals in this quarter, just 1 point. Ava Reed, the blow by. Left Peterson in the dust. Reed with 20.
Well, when you need a big bucket, we know where Scottsbluff's going. Ava Reed, unstoppable at times.
Speaking of big buckets from big players, Skylar Indra answers. Panthers call timeout. We'll take one as well. We're tied again in the Panther Gym.
Are your Medicare supplements too high? Does your employer not offer health insurance? Who can I trust locally in a live office and not an 800 number? Come see Insurance 365 healthcare experts Angela Credeville and Sarah Kuhn. Angela specializes for you with personal consulting for people over 65 and their Medicare plans. Sarah is the expert on individual plans for those of you under 65. Angela and Sarah, the healthcare experts you want to do business with.
Well, we just said when Scottsbluff needs big buckets, they go to Ava Reed. When Norfolk needs big buckets, Skylar Indra. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc this half. She's got 17.
Boy, 2 players that are playing with such high levels of confidence already in this early season.
Reed forced that one up, trying to get contact. Caskey, the rebound. She's close to a double-double.
That was rebound number 9. Needs one more for a double-double.
Good strong baseline drive, pass through the lane. Diagnosed and turned over by Bolin. Turned right back, it's Peterson. Caskey has position. Ooh, in for the pass, extra feed. Indra off the mark. Boy, looked good out of her hand. Offensive rebound. Oh, a rare mistake by Scottsbluff defensively. They let Finneran walk in and get the putback.
Yeah, nobody blocked Maddie Finneran out of the lane and got the putback very easily.
Reed can't hit. Offensive rebound, foul on the putback. Boy, Mia Bowles has been active this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's rebound number 7, but 4th in the fourth quarter, including 2 offensive boards there. And that's an offensive board, and a good job to go right back up and draw the foul.
Foul called on Harper Fossum, her second. Hey, stick around after the game, folks, for our top plays brought to you in part by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Southeast Community College. Back to a tie game.
That's some clutch free throw shooting. You want to make free throws, especially down the stretch. That's a great job to step up and knock 2 of them down.
Caskey high post, right back to her. Good post move off the window, in and out. Bolin the rebound.
Well, that one hurts because that was a great move. That ball looked like it was going in and just popped right back out.
Reed back to her in the lane. Can't hit that one. Rebound to Fossum.
That's rebound number 8 for Fossum.
That's Caskey from deep. Not there. Lively the board. Caskey's first attempt from distance tonight. Nice outlet pass up ahead. Floater too strong. Battle for the rebound. Look at the hustle by Norfolk. And then they throw it away. Mad scramble for the ball. Tie up called. It'll be Scottsbluff basketball with 1:35 to go.
Well, you see the hustle there. Going to the floor after the basketball. Watch this scramble. Both teams playing so hard. I think a win in game number 1 for both these teams would be big, and they're both going after it 100 miles an hour.
Scottsbluff calls timeout. We take one as well. You do not want to miss the finish to this one. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good to Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good to Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good to Go post-game snacks.
We've still got a boys' game to go. They've got this is quite the act to follow.
Yeah,
it's like when you go to a concert and the opening act is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
This has been an incredible game. Still a lot yet to be decided. 95 seconds in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 45. And Lou, defensively, Norfolk has done a great job on Ava Reed. She is 1 for 9 from the field this quarter.
Yeah, that's big time. Still has, what, 20 points?
Yeah.
But yeah, she has not been able to take over the game, which is what Scottsbluff would like to see happen.
Here's Lively. Taken away. Peterson off and running. Gives it right back.
Both teams with 9 turnovers in the second half, and boy, they're becoming bigger and bigger as this game winds down.
Right side Bowles. Reed curls back up top. Norfolk ready for it. There's that. No, we talked about it, Lou. Lively been doing such a great job screening, but that time a little too active with the shoulder. Called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, she was moving there a little bit. She's been so good at getting her feet set and setting those screens. That time wasn't quite set. The officials call that and give the foul. And Norfolk now, this is where you still have to play basketball. That shot clock. A lot of times you could wind it down and play for the last shot. You can't do it now, which I like. I like the shot clock here in high school basketball.
Historically, that was something a Ben Reed's coach team would do, by the way, rely on their ball handlers. That shot blocked, rebound, tied up. It'll go back to Norfolk. Well, that's great effort again by Atlee Bauman just to get some hands on it, and the Panthers will get possession back. Yeah, now they can work the clock down, 40.1 to go.
Yeah, Bulls got that loose ball rebound, and they didn't have a chance to bring that basketball up.
Off the screen, the three, off the heel, rebound, still alive. Norfolk's got it, shot clock's off. And a foul called on the floor on Scottsbluff. Boy, this place was ready to explode. That shot looked good out of Indra's hands.
Yeah, we're going to give Caskey a rebound on that. That's another loose ball rebound, which would make it 10. That's a double-double for Bo Caskey.
Shot clock is off. Timeout called. We'll keep it here. 30 seconds to go. Scottsbluff's got 2 timeouts. Norfolk's got 3. Neither team anywhere near the bonus. Only 3 team fouls either side.
Well, Norfolk with possession of the basketball. Obviously now with the shot clock off, you can play for the last shot. They got the shot they wanted a moment ago with the Indra. It just didn't fall that time. I think you look for something like that again. The thing you've got to be careful about is turning the basketball over. Right. And Scottsbluff, I guarantee they're right next to us here. They're talking about pressuring the basketball, try to get a steal. And especially with no 1-and-1 in the factor, you can pick up a foul.
Yep.
And nobody's in foul trouble. So be aggressive defensively. Try to get the steal and try to run with the basketball, get an easy bucket in transition.
Norfolk with the ball. Let's see if they'll likely burn as much clock as they can. Indra will inbound. That's interesting. Both teams have a whole bunch of timeouts at their disposal still.
Gotta get it in.
Oh, they did not get it in, or was a timeout called? Norfolk got the timeout before the 5, so they'll reset. We'll take one as well. Let's see what Coach Ben Rees, he's seen a few of these over the years.
Yeah.
What's he going to draw up? We'll find out next on News Channel Nebraska.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Well, if there's anybody on the planet that you'd want drawn up a play in a tie game with 30 seconds, you're not going to get down the list very far until you get to Ben Rees. He's drawn up hundreds, thousands of plays like these over the years. I'm interested to see what he cooks up here with 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's again, if you're Ben Rees, you're telling your team the most important thing is be strong with the basketball, because Scottsbluff's going to pressure you. You don't want to turn it over. And again, Scottsbluff's saying, go after him. Be very physical. Try to knock the ball loose.
Norfolk does have 1 timeout left. Here's Indra up top. Entry pass. Caskey turns, fires, can't fill it up. Rebound to Scottsbluff and a foul call. It's a pretty good look. Now Scottsbluff not going to the line yet. That was a strong rebound by Kinsley Hess, and she paid for it.
Yeah, very strong rebound and a frustration foul there. Bokaski tried to get the strip off the missed shot. And shot by Hess to be strong with the basketball, picks up the foul. But you're right, Eric, still Norfolk with 4 fouls, Scottsbluff with 3. So we're not talking 1-1 here at all. Or I guess it's not 1-1 anymore.
Right, it would be the next one. So Norfolk's next foul would put Scottsbluff into the bonus.
Yeah, the 5th foul, that's right.
And so Scottsbluff, what everyone figured they would do, get it into the front court and draw something up. All right, so now, you know, I mentioned Coach Reese has done a lot of these over the years. Let's face it, Scottsbluff's coach as well, Hattie Burford, she's seen a lot of these over the years as well at a lot of different levels. I guarantee you she's able to draw something up as well. And everybody in the gym, Lou, knows who's touching the basketball.
Well, if you're Norfolk, you better find number 0. And if anything, you want to get some help maybe over there. Force the ball out of her hands and make somebody else beat you. A one-on-one situation with Ava Reed, she's going to win most of those. And I got to believe for your Scottsbluff, you want Ava Reed taking the ball to the basket if you can and pick up the foul, maybe a chance at the free throw line. If not, her best spot is at the top of that key, rolling off a screen. Try to get her an open look there from the three-point line if you can. But I think they're going to try to be aggressive, take the ball into the paint, and try to pick up a foul, maybe get some free throws there late in the game.
Another player I think to watch here, Lou, Ruth Lively, because, you know, she's going to be the screener for Ava Reed. Where she sets up will be key as well.
Yeah, you could certainly run a pick and roll, too. They haven't really done that this ball game, but that's something you could look at, especially off a high post screen that we've seen, we've seen Lively set here a few times in this ball game.
All right, Bolin will inbound. 14 seconds. Both teams still have a timeout. It's Reed. Giving it up. Reed trying to curl back up top. Able to find it with 5. Reed in the lane. Shot blocked. There'll be 0.2 of a second for Scottsbluff to get a shot off.
I did not see which Panther got that block. Let's see it again. I was screened away by the official.
Now off the inbound, they won't get a shot up, and we go to overtime. Emma Long blocks the shot, and we get extra basketball in the Panther gym, tied at 45. Overtime next. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Your child is your whole world, and you want nothing but the best for them. Here at Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, we couldn't agree more. Which is why our providers are dedicated to offering the highest level of care to those who matter most to you. Our pediatric experts not only specialize in teddy bears, stickers, and smiles, but most importantly, your child's growth, development, and overall health. As a parent, you can expect our providers to deliver comprehensive, personalized care to help your child grow happy and healthy while ensuring you and your child feel safe and heard. Whether your child has a boo-boo, needs a well child visit, or is under the weather, our pediatrician, Dr. Samantha Roy, and advanced care practitioner, Kayla Daniels, are here every step of the way to offer advice, treatment, and preventative care. Faith Regional Physician Services Pediatrics, specializing in what is special to you.
Scottsbluff was 1 for 14 from the field in the fourth quarter, but they did just enough defensively to hang around and get to this extra session. Tied at 45 alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. It's Reed on the break off the tip. Can't hit. She's gone cold since the break. Heading to the line off the offensive rebound is Addie Bolin, who has been brilliant at both ends of the floor tonight for Scottsbluff.
Yeah, that's a great job hustle play there by Bolin. You get that rebound and then go right up, draw contact, get to the free throw line.
Free throw up and good for Bolin. She has 11.
And she's hit her last 3, I think, has she not? From the free throw line, or am I wrong?
That is Addie Bolin's first free throw attempt tonight.
Got the wrong play.
So I don't know, maybe she hit him in practice. Second one, no good. Rebound tracked down by Norfolk's Harper Fossum. That foul, by the way, on Caskey, her third. Scottsbluff now in the bonus with a 1-point lead. Indra open, too strong. Rebound, battled for, tied up. Norfolk will get the ball. All those 50-50 balls, it feels like the Panthers are in on.
Yeah, I think win or lose tonight, I think if you're Ben Reese, you're happy with this team's effort. I think they have played very, very hard here tonight. There's things to clean up like there always is, but if you start with effort, those things will come.
Entry pass, Indra has it stripped away as she went up to the hoop. Another tie-up. This time it'll be Scottsbluff basketball.
Well, Scottsbluff was shooting 50% from the field until that fourth quarter, and now really struggling. And Norfolk also, defense becomes a little bit harder, or offense rather, because of the defense clamping down so hard in this tie ball game.
Yeah, Norfolk was not much better. They were 2 for 14 in the fourth quarter. That shot blocked, rebound, put back no, but a foul called. And Ruth Lively, what a time for her to attempt her first shots of the night. She'll head to the line.
The ball just kind of came down and nobody around Lively. Lively able to snare the rebound, and now another chance here. Try to extend this lead from the free throw line.
Foul called on Indra, her first. Shooter's roll for Ruth Lively's first points tonight. Lively, one of the 4 seniors on this Scottsbluff roster. What an effort on the offensive rebound. Shot not there, another offensive putback. And out with it for Norfolk is Bryn Peterson. Boy, both Bolin and Bowles with great offensive rebounds, but nothing comes of it. Now Norfolk looking to tie or take the lead here. Good recovery defensively. Too much contact, say the officials, and Indra heads to the line.
Well, the foul was not on the block of the ball. The foul was on the body. There's an earlier play. Or no, that is the same play. But the body is where the foul came from. The block up top was clean, but the body contact down below caused the foul.
And Skylar Indra now with 18 points, make it 19 as she hits both. And we are tied once again.
This game might last a while, Eric. If you've got anywhere to be, you may want to.
Scottsbluff said, look, it took us 6 hours to get here. We're getting our money's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
3 ball missed, out of bounds to Norfolk.
Well, both these teams are tired at this point.
Oh, boy.
Overtime, it's game number 1. You don't really have your game legs on yet.
I mean, that's part of the reason I think the shot stopped falling in the fourth. You just aren't used to gameplay for 32 minutes yet.
Great
drive by
Caskey.
Caskey gets to the rack. She'll head to the line. Foul called on Lively.
We talked about players stepping up. Bo Caskey has played a great game here. Got 10 boards. A chance to give her team the lead. That was a really good fake and a strong move to the bucket.
Off on the first free throw, the junior. 15 points and 10 boards. Not a bad way to start the season. She's missed 2 in a row from the land of the free, though, after making her first 3. Can't get the second either. Rebound to Hess. We're still tied. Out of Horns, leaning into one, not there. Offensive rebound back up top. Straightaway triple try, can't roll it home. Reed gets it off the back tap. Jump stop in the lane, foul on the floor. She'll be shooting anyway.
Boy, Scottsbluff really attacked that offensive glass here in the fourth quarter and the overtime. Just in the overtime alone, 6 offensive rebounds, 9 between the fourth quarter and overtime. That's kept them in this ball game.
That foul, by the way, on Bryn Peterson, her 4th. Ava Reed with 21 points. It's been a rough go of it since the fourth quarter started, though.
Yeah, Ava Reed has such a nice-looking shot. That
really does.
Great release.
Short arms the second, Indra the rebound. Taken away by Scottsbluff. Reed off the give and go. Left side, can't get it to go. Caskey with rebound number 11. Can Norfolk find it offensively? Indra fought three, drives, kicks to Fossum. Straightaway triple try, off the mark. Good effort on the rebound, but is tracked down by Lively. And a timeout called by Scottsbluff. Will take one as well. Minute 23 to go, 1 point game. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good to Go Convenience Store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good to Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good to Go post-game snacks.
What had been an offensive showcase has turned into a war of attrition. 48-47, Scottsbluff with the lead with a minute 23 to go. Over, 11 minutes of extra basketball now? Just 15 points combined between these two teams.
This game has not been, this hasn't been a finesse game. This has been very, very physical. So these teams are, they've got to be dead tired right now. And we'll see who's able to call it a war of attrition. Who's going to survive that war?
Trying to get Reed back up top. Wants it from three. Ooh. Can't roll it home. That looked good. Rebound eventually finds its way to Peterson, and she's fouled. And Norfolk heading to the line. That's a tough foul to take 75 feet from the hoop.
Yeah, you don't want those because that gives Norfolk a chance with the clock stop here to take the lead. That shot would have been a big, big one for Reed if that one fell. And instead now a good rebound by Peterson. Now a chance at the free throw line to take the lead.
Her first one off the mark. Ava Reed made 3 of her first 4 three-pointers. She's missed 5 straight from deep since. And again, I think that just comes to, you're just not used to playing basketball for this long yet. Free throw off the mark. Bolin another rebound. Still a 1 point lead for the Bearcats. Well, a bucket here would be huge. Here's Bolin. Swung to Hess. Reed on the wing. Looking for something inside. Resets with 13 on the shot clock. Reed cutting in the lane. Now back up top as Bolin makes her drive. Through the double team. Finds Reed with 5 on the shot clock. Reed with 3. Lost the handle. Just stripped on her way up, and it'll be Norfolk ball. Panther defense does the job again. Shot clock is off.
Yep. We'll see if Norfolk attacks here. I think you want to. I don't know that you want to run it down to the last shot. They're going to call timeout and set something up.
They've got 2 to work with. 30 seconds to go in overtime. The extra session stressful for both fan bases. We'll see what they draw up next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
What a way to start basketball season. We had 2 thrillers last night out in Hastings, Adams Central, and Aurora. We got an overtime thriller here. We got a boys game still to come. So glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska. The winter hoop season is underway. And Norfolk this is what they want. Got the ball, shot clock's off. This is exactly the situation at the end of the fourth. 30.7 seconds is exactly how much time they had. They could not get any points. They need them now because they're down 1.
I think you run your offense and you look to attack. I don't know that you run it all the way down and then try to get something. You want to find the best shot you can in your offensive set, but there you go inside to Caskey.
Ooh, Caskey mishandled, kicked up top, open, triple, look good. Rebound to Scottsbluff. Bowles has got it. And now Scottsbluff, Norfolk's got a foul.
Yeah, you got to come out here. Clock's ticking away.
Norfolk's got a foul. They took a lot of time off the clock, and now Reed will head to the line.
A lot of time. That was a big mistake by Norfolk, and that also is some new faces and first game of the year. But you allowed several seconds to tick away, and then you foul Ava Reed, the worst player that if you're a Norfolk fan that you can foul to put on the free throw line.
Got the roll on the first. Ava Reed, 22 points tonight.
Well, if she makes this one, the Panthers have to think 3.
They got to think just getting a shot off. They're only going to have 4.2. They do have a timeout left. It's good. And Norfolk will call that timeout. They got to go full court with 4.2 seconds, and they need a 3. Yeah, Coach Reese was calling for them to foul with like 15 seconds, and it took 11 seconds for them to get that foul.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you've played a game like this and you're exhausted, sometimes you're not thinking, it kind of goes away a little bit. I don't know that anybody realized how much time was left or not left. Nobody came out and picked up that foul, or maybe they thought it was tied. I don't know what the deal was, but no one reacted right away, and that might cost them the ball game because you got to get a 3 here. 4.2 seconds to go, and it's going to be difficult to get a quality shot in that amount of time. Scottsbluff, I'm sure, will be playing full court pressure here and try to force a long 3-point attempt here at the buzzer.
Boy, we saw this so many times with Norfolk last year too, fighting hard, coming up short in a close game. Coach Reese doesn't want to start the year like that. They'll need a good shot. They've only got 4.2 to get it. Peterson will inbound. Norfolk's got to hurry. Ball stripped, taken away, that's going to do it. Scottsbluff survives a wild one on the road. Your final, 50-47. The Bearcats win it. In overtime, it was Kinsley Hess getting the steal. That clinched it. Post-game show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Teammates Mentoring proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
Fields, farms, communities. That's Farmers Pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people. Because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's Farmers Pride.
Mid-Nebraska Lutheran Home in Newman Grove, located in a serene residential neighborhood, offering a faith-based community where residents feel at home, with private rooms and a wide range of activities. Residents enjoy a vibrant and supportive environment. Their experienced and caring staff is dedicated to providing personalized care, ensuring each individual feels valued and connected. Mid-Nebraska Lutheran Home, where faith, care, and community come together. Schedule your tour today and experience the warmth.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Hey, sports fans, heading to the big game tonight? Make sure you stop by Speedy Mart before you hit the stadium. Fuel up your car and grab your favorite snacks and drinks to keep your energy high. Whether it's chips, soda, or a quick meal, Speedy Mart has everything you need to kick off your game night right. Don't miss out. Swing by Speedy Mart for all your pre-game essentials.
Speedy Mart, snacks before the game.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
To get a big win here. They get a victory over the Norfolk Panthers, joined now by Hattie Burford, Scottsbluff legend and current head coach. And we'll be talking to Ava Reed, the player of the game, here in a moment. Coach, well, first of all, talk about the road trip. You come a long way, then you play a physical game. It goes to overtime, but you're able to survive and win. What was the key to just kind of figuring out a way to get this thing done?
Well, first of all, we're used to the long road trips. We have to travel all the time, and we don't even balk at 6 a.m. departures. So proud of the girls for coming and showing up really from the tip. And I think just their defense got it done tonight, and we've worked a lot on that. We preach that kind of year after year. That's what we want our teams to be about. So for them to show up in that fourth quarter in that overtime with great defense was really good for them.
It seemed like early in the ball game that Norfolk was probably the more physical team, but down the stretch and in overtime, it seemed like you guys were. What was the key, and what would you tell your team about just ratcheting up that physicality?
Yeah, I think it just took them a little bit to kind of adjust, and then once they did, I thought that they handled it really well. They were strong with the ball. We've got some girls in there that aren't afraid to fight for it, so I was really proud of that. And that was one of our goals today, was to win the 50-50s and to be physical on the board. So I thought they did a good job of that.
I think you have a pretty good player in Ava Reed. What do you think, Coach? She made some big plays down the stretch. Had some trouble shooting there in the second half, but still made some big plays. Talk about what she means to this team.
Ava is a special player, but she's also a special person, and that's what I love about her. Yes, she's a great player for us on the basketball court, but she's a great leader on our team, and she does everything right. Anything we ask of her, she's willing to do it, and I feel really lucky and blessed to have her as a player and to have her as one of our girls' teammates and leaders.
Well, you're trying to figure out, a lot of coaches are, who's going to step up and who's going to make plays. I think players like Bowles and Bolin and Lively, those names that really, I thought, played pretty well at certain times of the ball game. What did you like about those guys' performance?
I just like that they went in fearless. They're not really experienced in varsity basketball. Addie Bolin, came from Mitchell, which is a smaller school, and then, Mia and Ruth, they haven't seen as many minutes as like Ava has. So for them to just step up and be fearless and take the shots and play the defense, I was just really proud of them.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a big win, and you got it won, tomorrow, about noon tomorrow in Scottsbluff? Or is that here?
No, we play here, South.
Okay, good. That's good. That's much better. That would be a long trip. Congratulations on a big win, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, that's Hattie Burford, head coach of Scottsbluff. Ava, 23 points on the night. You even had a stretch there where you're struggling to make shots. What was the key for you to just keep battling through that and continue to make shots down the stretch?
I think showing up for my team on the defensive side of the floor and trying to make plays, create shots for them, facilitate when I need to facilitate, get to the rim when I need to get to the rim, and just try and do all the little things to kind of stay in rhythm and help us come out on top in the end.
It seemed like early you were kind of curling off screens and catching the ball at the top of the key, knocking down some threes. Later in the game, you became more aggressive at taking the ball to the basket. What have you worked on in those two aspects of your game, and how has that improved since last year?
So I think last year I was more solely focused on catch and shoot. That was kind of my go-to play, and I put a lot of time in over the summer working on getting to the rim, getting the two, kicking it out to my teammates. And so I think that when they started putting a hand more in my face in the second half, I really worked on getting down to the rim, drawing a couple fouls, getting buckets.
How hard was it there with the game? It's gone into overtime. It's a physical game. It's game number one. You got to be tired out there. How were you able to just keep your legs strong in that one?
We work really hard at practice. We've put in a really tough last 3 weeks trying to prepare for season so that we can jump out and be ready early. And I think that it's all mindset. And going into that second half, you knew that you had to give all your guts and do what you need to do to come out on top. So I think that just that mindset of knowing, give all you got. So.
Well, this one was late, and you went to the free throw line and knocked down two big free throws that kind of sealed this game. What was your mindset going up there? How were you able to calm yourself and knock those free throws down?
Trust in your training. I think that I put in a lot of free throws over the summer as well. That's kind of muscle memory, and when you work on that consistently, it helps you prepare for big moments like that. And so I think I took a deep breath and did it for the girls behind me, girls on the bench, and for coach. So.
You think an All-State this year?
I mean, I hope so, yeah. Whatever it takes to get us back to PBA.
Well, Ava, you did a great job tonight. You got a great start. 23 points. You're our player of the game. Congratulations on that and a big win.
Thank you so much.
That's Ava Reed, our player of the game. Eric, let's send it back to you. Thanks, guys.
Thank
you, Lou Sievker. Our player of the game interview brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing solution. Our coach's post-game interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. Let's talk top plays. Brought to you in part by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Season opener in the Panther Gym. Scottsbluff traveling about a day and a half to get to Norfolk. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but not by much. Panthers hitting shots early. That's Skylar Indra. Weekend banking hours. Returning leading scorer for Norfolk, getting it done early on, but Scottsbluff, they've got a player to watch. Ava Reed, remember that name, spotting up from three and hitting from downtown. She's added a lot to her game in the offseason. Norfolk hitting shots from distance as well. That's a long deuce. Courtesy of Emma Long, and back and forth we go. Opening quarter. Now the step back. Reed from college range rolls it home. She had 8 points in the first quarter. And Scottsbluff with a 12-8 lead. Second quarter now. We see Norfolk getting it going. Off the screen, they struggled from deep early on, but hit there. Maddie Finneran with 3 of her 5 points on the evening, but Scottsbluff off and running off the miss. Great pass up ahead. Nina Garola with 2 of her 6 points. Scottsbluff extending their lead to 8. They would get it to double figures. On this play here, Ava Reed. How on earth does that shot drop? She had 13 in the first half. Scottsbluff able to build a big lead, but Norfolk starting to come back. Oh, Caskey, the effort, the foul, and the make. Caskey, 9 points in the first half. She worked her way into a double-double. Panthers trail 6 as we enter the break. Second half now. Scottsbluff, what a pass across the lane. That's Garola off the feed from Addie Bolin. The transfer from Mitchell. Facilitating, then Norfolk. Little facilitation of their own. Skylar Indra, she had 10 points over the course of about 90 seconds for Norfolk in the third quarter. Here she is here spotting up from 3. She led the way for Norfolk in scoring with 19 points as the Panthers retake the lead. But Scottsbluff forcing turnovers. Ava Reed into the open floor. Great pass. Finds her new teammate Bolin, who finishes. Bolin was in double figures with 10 points, had 4 blocked shots as well. We head to the fourth quarter, tied at 40. By fourth quarter, it got tough. Both teams' defenses picking it up, and Ava Reed, the blow by, 2 of her game high 23 points. As Scottsbluff takes the lead, but Norfolk able to answer. Skylar Indra from college range ties the game. And we go to overtime, tied at 45, and in the extra session, not much by way of field goals, but Scottsbluff able to get it done at the free throw line. Reed puts it away, and Scottsbluff gets the win. Norfolk won't get a shot off at the buzzer. 50-47 the final. The Scottsbluff Bearcats get the win on the road in the season opener. And those top plays brought to you in part by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu now and discover your path to possible. Boys game up next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.